No, I'm not still going back no work, Mark. Don't need to call me. I don't even want to talk to him till my unemployment run out.
We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk after my unemployment run out.
Yeah. Y'all go to the front now.
I'm gonna get 800 a month.
Put him in the trash. Y'all get through with him. What you drinking? Man, come the fuck on.
I hope Pac ain't up there telling them folks all my business. Oh man, fun ain't come back no damn word. That bitch at home balls not the unemployment.
Yeah, you know he told it. Nah, my boy and I got it. He been doing his work. He just being in there.
He called his ass now just to think of that.
Hey, son.
I had the wrong.
Come on.
Hey, I'm getting on here.
Cole, what up, Cole? What up? You gotta hit me up.
Mercy.
You gotta hit me up. Who?
Bring the pissy.
Who?
Why you so pissy?
Oh yeah, I know I seen this over there the other day. I ain't been fucking around. Yeah, I ain't been doing shit. I just woke up here. I ain't do shit. Hey, wait, my April told me she talked to your ass. April. My old team leader, that white lady, little short ass white lady. Mm-hmm.
Oh, for the shit.
Yeah, that bitch just called me, man. That bitch just called me. Yeah, the money just called me, bro. Yeah, I ain't coming. I don't need to tell no bitch, hey, don't call me. I'm not coming back. Nah, don't be trying to fuck my unemployment, huh?
Cause you didn't look like that ass.
I know they is. They need some help. If they started you out with 14, I know you ain't going nowhere.
God damn.
Yeah.
I need to sit right there.
Yeah, this a bit though. Huh? Hell, now I gotta go to the store. Yeah, them folks trying to get me to come back in there. I'll come back after my unemployment when I... Hell no. Why the fuck would I come with unemployment? Do you know damn, and I get unemployment from them? What the hell you talking about? I get unemployment from them. You think they gonna let me work, pay me, and goddamn pay me again? Oh shit.
They ain't gonna know you did it.
Cause they gonna report that shit. What the hell you talking about? You think they ain't gonna report that they don't came back to work?
Wrong, Jay.
You think no folks ain't gonna report that they don't came back to work?
Bye. Go watch me with the
Hold on. Hello? Yo. Who this? Oh, where you at? Okay.
What
Alright.
Where's my foot tub?
Oh, I ain't seen it.
Yeah, I did the face.
That ain't my fault. That my fault, big guy. Hey, Scream, my little brother having that shit, boy.
Who the brother?
My little brother, Zay. Both my little brothers.
Jay?
Alan and Zay.
Oh, okay.
But both of them young niggas having that shit, boy. Hey, Zay was putting diamond testers on his chain, bro. And
No.
man, that nigga was putting diamond testers on his shit, bro.
I got big.
On his ring. And that bitch was putting them on his rings and everything. He said that in the 8th for the weekend. He told me to come fuck with him. Hold on, Carl. Oh. Huh? Yeah.
Gracie, shut up!
Come on, I got play. Make sure my location not going on shit at the bottom of my. Big guy, they feeding the thing, that bitch. But you wanna be a ball, man. Let the guy kick your feet, man. Nah, don't come back to a ball right now, dude. Cause I went right there.
Hell no, I ain't come back. I ain't standing there.
Bet you better
They fired me, so I'm gonna come back when I get ready.
Yeah.
Y'all fired me. Y'all fired me.
Funny. If I just told you they started me out with $14 fucking dollars.
I know that. Cause you can't, but because you don't got to realize you only can max out at 15.
Nah, shit.
Cause listen to me.
Position, build a position.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh nah, man, my mind fast, builder, bro.
Oh, so you.
I move around. I get crazy now.
Them folks ain't finna let your ass move around. Cause you want, once you hit that big table,
yeah, stuff.
you stuck, boy.
Go what Scott does that, baby. I want to get to the bed, but you
Yeah, you think you got down finna go?
You senator. I was there by max out at 15 for a minute. This ain't gonna be my career now. About 5 years for I goddamn get this shit. I don't get my CDL, bitch. I'm finna drive. I'm finna drive myself. Bitch, I ain't working with nobody else. Working with one more minute. Bitch, I'm finna, I swear.
But yeah, finna get the wood and get stuck.
No, hell nah. Me and Kelly already got the process with the truck and all that shit going. I just need to get some circulating money going. Just legit money circulating. You know what I'm saying? I like those goddamn, just where I can goddamn show these folks I got check stuff for this shit. This shit I just goddamn come out the goddamn grind.
Man, boy, yeah, is you gonna last in Woodmark? Cause you on one of the slowest line in that bitch.
What the fastest line?
Well, you crazy. How you gonna tell me?
They clear that big brother over there, they don't mind line.
And they don't turn that line around.
Yeah, they don't turn it around like this.
Do that bitch run?
Yes, that's the one that run. 2, 3, and 4. They got down, they go get their own shit from the little kitty thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know how I go.
Okay, now build the line, builder said the only difference is I ain't worked on the line yet. But they feed you your material and you just go. You know what I'm saying? You just build.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, there you go.
Damn, my fault.
They were folks telling me that about the line. I don't give a fuck. Folks trying to get over there with. Damn. They just need to help with that bitch, bro. I was going to folks 10 night with me. But 10, 11, you know what I'm saying? 10, 11 dollars job. Forgot that.
Need some help, bro.
Man, we're bad.
April just called me. Let me see it wrote me. Like, man, they got me on the line. They have me building every day.
Oh, what? She got a bit like this. That's funny when I sit back here.
I think they working hell out your ass.
I almost did you got on the side of the road. Nah. I done been through it. I had to tell him, cause we had like that shit, man. Why broke about 10 of mine? Not real talk. 3 or no kids on about 3 TVs. And she still got my shit on. I did this shit for week. That shit's wrong.
So I don't get it.
That's what it said. Somebody will swap me. Swap the girl.
Everybody got the flavors I got. I got that in this server.
Man, you no problem when you start fucking with your brother. Say.
Nah, I don't fuck with Zay. I don't even think they been having no gas.
Take that joke. You know what I'm talking about? I talked to her another day. We got, look at this roach. No, you got 10K. No, bitch. I'm talking about just know you got a free ticket. Big got roach loaded in the blood, bitch. Bitch, you ain't here to kill you for that rope, man. Bitch, you ain't here to kill you for that little rope. Stay right there. Nah. Okay, what you want for the 3 $5? What? That little $6 in the pocket. I ain't got that one about the deal. Play with y'all now. Can't go do zero. The 4 play, you know. That's pissing me out. Oh, right, man. God dang.
I really be selling them bitches for 50.
I'm saying, I'm trying to sell it for 50.
I know.
What you call it? For you. Oh, what? You made all the percent. I made 10%.
Gone.
Fight! Talking all that shit on left it down weed in here. Oh, come on, Screw. We losing, bro. Let go, man. Sit on the port.
Oh, shit.
Who man that is? You left your weed. I'm sitting on the port. Everybody dough. Yeah.
Back on. The water gets cold.
Booty coat.
You needed it?
Let's go.
Damn, I gotta come.
It's a plug right there, B.
Right, well.
Behind the TV. I forgot this is 60. I forgot who we playing with, bro. Let go, man. I forgot we got a sorry ass team, but we got to take over. Let go. I'm gonna hear bullshit. I'm a 14 short shooter.
Yeah.
Alright. I gotta start feeding though. Let's go.
I'm 18 men up on me. They done flipped out.
Bro, why you throwing up?
Hey.
Let's go.
Okay. Yeah. You would go where y'all boys up out of here.
Come on, man.
you see that from that shit?
Yeah. Alright. I told you, once I realized I haven't been paying attention. Good.
You gonna cut it off?
You see them bubble? I'm both about to flow over.
That's right.
Oh, I ain't know.
I tried it.
Oh, these boys just get crazy. Oh yeah. We'll take that. I told you I've been over there being bullshitting, bro. I was supposed to be took off. Scream, why you ain't cutting, bro? You must be asleep, man. Ain't nobody cutting, bro. That's why I'm taking off. But I'm tired of saving niggas, man.
I'm running on you,
I can't let Buddy outdo me, man. Why you cut it off?
Huh?
Bro, I'm wide open. You gonna throw the ball back, man. Throw me the ball, man.
It's going crazy.
That bitch ain't nothing but a 7. What he was?
Buchanan, come here. Cut the light off.
In your mouth, you know not to talk, means if I should bend you over and rape you, you know not to talk because I can ruin your career. If I should put my penis in your mouth, you know not to talk because I can ruin your career. If I want you to be a slave and work for free, you know not to talk because I can ruin your career. You think these artists that make all this money are free men and women? They're minstrels from a plantation. All your black sports figures are pieces of meat, bought and sold, but not free. Black newspapers enslaved. Black magazines enslaved. Black radio stations enslaved. Black television enslaved. Don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about.
Talk about a story involving 2 police officers and an apparent tragedy. The first is Calvin Salyers, who you can see in this photo right here. He has apparently told investigators that he would shoot through the door, that's an actual quote, if any protesters showed up at his home. He did end up shooting through his door, but not at a protester. It was at another police officer. Here's a photo of Scott Hutton, who was eventually shot by Salyers. Calvin Salyers surrendered on Wednesday on a manslaughter charge in this shooting, which happened back on June 3rd. The officer that he shot, Scott Hutton, had apparently went to his colleague's home to pick up a patrol car, knocked on the officer's door, and an armed Salyers looked through a peephole to find a dark figure with a firearm. He said during a 911 call, Salyers, after shooting through the door, "All I seen was a gun. It was an accidental discharge." And so initially,
Trying to make it about Ari. It's not about that. It would never. Like these just got the low son. You heard me? Ain't about her. Ain't never about that. It's about the It's about the
Yesterday, rapper Moneybagg Yo celebrated his girlfriend, Ari Fletcher's birthday by buying her a Lamborghini truck.
Ari, not only do you got Birkin pussy, but you got Lambo pussy. Yeah.
Ice cream, we getting up right now.
Ari! Let's go! Let's go!
He already real bro.
Moneybagg Yo was dating rapper Megan Thee Stallion.
I don't know
This loud bitch gotta bring that shit over here.
There have been rumors circulating that Moneybagg Yo cheated on Megan Thee Stallion and that he had a baby from a side chick while he was in a relationship with her. And some even say that he was married and that their whole relationship was never real. And it all was just set up for publicity. None of these rumors have been confirmed by Megan Thee Stallion.
Don't want to go to the door, Street.
So basically, we don't know why they broke up. But nevertheless, he's with Ari now. I guess some of you are probably wondering, who's Ari? Well, let me tell you. Ari is the baby mama of G Herbo. Some of you might not know G Herbo. G Herbo is Ari's baby daddy. During the time Moneybagg was dating Megan, Ari was dating boxer Javante Davis.
It's a ussy. Me and him, ussies.
Hold on, let me do my thing.
Some of you might wonder, well, what does this Ari do for a living? She tries on clothes for a living.
These jeans from Swing They super stretchy. Got all thick. This is a size medium.
So basically, she's an Instagram model.
Every time I put on Fashion Nova, it's like I get thicker.
Street.
And she gets paid to do club hosting.
Welcome to the Novo.
Yesterday that her and Dream Doll of Love and Hip Hop New York are getting ready to record a new reality show together. Megan and Moneybagg broke up about 7 months ago, and about 6 months ago he confirmed his relationship with Ari. Moneybagg Yo has 7 children of his own and 4 baby mamas.
God damn, Moneybagg.
I have 3 daughters.
Well, how many sons do you have?
4. It's cool. How many mamas you got? Everybody cool. Oh, yeah.
Wow, talking about having your hands.
If I really up a bad when he brought up to walking home, I could have turned her in. But I ain't give a f***. You mean?
Now, one of Moneybagg Yo baby mama didn't take too kindly to him
This shit ain't about to get
because they've only been dating for a few months.
No, this is.
You just did that feet.
No, I ain't do
this. I ain't scared to say I feel some type of way. Yo, I do. You mean? I'm a woman. I'm Hermit, bitch. I was just with this 9 months ago. That what? Me and my baby daddy's cool, but we ain't cool right now because I think I just blew it. But me and my baby daddy was cool. What you talking about?
Her and Moneybagg Yo just broke up 9 months ago and have been together for years.
This is never about no. Never about no. What you mean? Stop fucking with this yours. The soda got on. Y'all better come correct. What you mean? You just got an industry and got an industry. You heard me? Just gotta accept it for what it is. What you mean?
Moneybagg Yo allegedly responded via Twitter by saying, buy your something she can afford. If you're Michael Kors, don't expect Chanel. Ari seemingly responded to Moneybagg Yo baby mama via Instagram with a caption of her own saying, I thought a pussy said something. Moneybagg's baby mama continues to be fans right now as we speak for expressing how she feels about the situation via Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Ari when that shut the fuck up. You must know this bathroom. You must know this address or something. Who thin ass. I ain't back down for no. Supposed to be who she wrong with, who she come with. I get after it. Get on my motherfucking line. Something else.
Well, sum it all up. Ari and Moneybagg finished their night at a birthday dinner for Ari with all of her friends.
Yes! Oh my God! Hold on now. Go crazy. Ari, do you see this? This shit crazy. Look at the floors. You ain't looking at the floors. You all on the floors. Oh! This shit pretty as Ari, it's your motherfucking birthday, best friend. Hold on. Hey, I don't work jobs.
Daddy. Happy birthday, homie. Daddy. Happy birthday, homie. Happy birthday. Mommy. Happy birthday, homie. She from Tennessee. All right, hold on. I ain't got a minute. All my wishes came true. Thank you, God. Look at this, it's so beautiful.
Major news today in the George Floyd case involving one of the officers, Thomas Lane. He is the rookie officer, and his attorney, I've got my hands on an 18-page brief that he filed, along with some supporting documents, arguing to the court that the charges against his client, Thomas Lane, should be dismissed, and really trying to make his case much different than the case of Derek Chauvin, who was the officer who had his knee on the neck of George Floyd. This is the officer who was one of the first ones to respond, but also during the time that George Floyd is on the ground, he is the one with his body holding down the legs of George Floyd. So he's the furthest away from Chauvin. But it's 18 pages, but there's one page where the attorney lays out what he believes are facts that support his argument that there's no probable cause. This shouldn't even go to trial. These charges should be dismissed before getting to the jury. So let me go through some of them. And what he relies upon first is the Minneapolis police training that is received by Lane, and then he filed some attachments to this brief showing that when you have multiple officers there, different officers should be in different places, including on the legs. So his argument is that he's following his training by holding down the legs of George Floyd. He also writes that Lane is on the job for just 4 days. Okay, he's a rookie, but on the job for just 4 days. That Chauvin, the man, right, the officer now, who has his knee on George Floyd's neck, was his field training officer who had 20 years of experience, right? He's got 4 days, Chauvin's got 20 years, and he's his field training officer. He also argues that Lane put his gun away immediately after George Floyd shot his hand. So he is one of the first responding officers to the scene, and then puts his gun away when George Floyd shows his hand. He also says that Floyd's resistance to being handcuffed, Floyd's resistance to walking to the squad car, Floyd's resistance to getting into the squad car. So he's arguing that the body cam footage shows all of this resistance by George Floyd. He doesn't want to be handcuffed. He doesn't want to walk to the squad car. He doesn't want to get into the squad car. Also, that explains that Officer Lane offered to sit with Floyd to roll down the windows to turn the air conditioning on in the squad car, because the transcript, which is attached to all of this, of the body cam footage, demonstrates that George Floyd was saying he's claustrophobic. George Floyd, when put into the squad car, was saying he's claustrophobic. So what he's saying here is Officer Lane is saying, listen, I'll roll down the windows, I'll sit there with you, we'll turn the air conditioning on. Then, Floyd initially claimed he could not breathe when officers were attempting to put him in the squad vehicle before he was moved to the ground. So he is saying, I can't breathe before he gets down there. And I read through the transcript. George Floyd references the fact that I just got over COVID. I have trouble breathing. I can't breathe. So that is more that we are learning today as well. Floyd requested to be moved to the ground. This is interesting. So he's in the car, and we were wondering, how did he go from being in the squad car to then on the ground outside the squad car? And the transcript shows that it's George Floyd who wanted to be moved to the ground. Again, because he was saying he was claustrophobic, he couldn't breathe. Then Floyd continued to yell and move around while on the ground. Here's probably the biggest point being made by the attorney for Thomas Lane, the former officer, the rookie, 4 days on the job, is that Lane questioned Chauvin twice about rolling Floyd onto his side. So not once, but twice. The rookie, 4 days in, was questioning Chauvin, the training officer. Should we put him on his side? Not once, but twice. And both times, Chauvin says no, and it's not done, obviously, because we saw the video. Lane is the one, Officer Lane, Thomas Lane, went into the ambulance and started CPR on George Floyd. Lane's statement to the sergeant and his voluntary statement has been consistent from the beginning. So these are some of the facts that Thomas Lane's attorney is relying upon to get these charges dismissed. So my 13th year question to you is, number one, should they be dismissed? Okay?
Hell no. Hell no.
Can't see what's going on.
Hell no.
Roll over. He's following his training. Should the charges against this officer be
so many people don't been convicted just for being in the area?
Should he be treated any differently than Derek Chauvin?
Nah, he shouldn't be treated differently. One criminal, all criminal. Convict their ass.
It's powerful information that we're learning for the first time. We're going to talk a lot more about it tonight from 8 to 11 on Court TV. Again, the transcript of the body cam footage has been attached to this filing as part of the evidence in the case, and it paints a more complete picture of what is going on and why it's going on. We're learning that. We're going to talk about it tonight. But again, my question for you tonight is, should this officer, the rookie, Thomas Lane, be treated differently than Derek Chauvin, number one? And number two, should the charges be dismissed? Should he just get a walk on this? Should he be able to be on his way and just not have to go to court, not have to face a jury? That's my 13th year question for you tonight. Make sure you watch again 8 to 11. We are live tonight on Court TV.
Yo, y'all know y'all got teammates, right?
See, we passing everybody the ball, bro.
All right, so you apparently had a situation where you snatched Puffy's mic.
Yeah, man, that was it was crazy. You know what I mean? We got invited by Tretch to come to MTV Awards. Was doing it was honoring Biggie and Pac. And at that particular time, Tretch had a song out dedicated to Pac, and Biggie had and Puffy had a song dedicated to Biggie, and I didn't want to do it. You know what I mean? Of course, at that time, our manager, Steve Nobel, he was trying to really get us away from, you know, our small circle and trying to get us on the shoulders on another level. So it was like, I think this would be good for your career to show that y'all on stage with Puffy. And I was still in that mindset back then, like, I can't do it. You know what I mean? But the rest of the idols is like, we have to do it. You know what I mean? It's good for our careers. Even Big Syke was there, like, man, do it. And I was like, man, no. So after a while, I came up with this plan, you know, kept it to myself. You You know, I was drinking, of course, and
Never seen you want that, Roger?
live on TV. And I'm gonna just snatch the mic from Puffy. Like, while we live, you know what I mean? In rehearsal, I'm already, you know, drinking and drunk. So in rehearsal, I'm saying lights and flashing, and I can't differentiate between rehearsal and live television. So while he had the mic, I just still snatched it from him, you know what I mean? And he came and tried to grab it back. We got to a little tussle. The security came. They kicked us out. You know, so the Outlaws was, you know, they was upset. Steve Lobel, Tretch was upset because he put his name on the line. And Shaquem, like I said, Shaquem, that's family. So Shaquem came, you know, to our room, was like, you know, Puffy want to speak to you and you got to come alone. And I went to like this little side room. He was there with his boys. They could have got me. You know what I mean? I don't even know why I done it. So I went in the room and Puffy was there with his boys and he was like, why you do it? You know, I said, you know why I done it, man. We don't, let's not even go back and forth, you know what I mean? And it was one of them days, man. I was just a young, wild dude that, you know, my emotions I couldn't keep it together. And yeah, it happened.
Okay, so he just let you go at that point?
Yeah, you know, it's not he could have done, like, to, you know what I mean? Like, I still have my, like, you know, everybody was with me around the corner. He was just probably he was trying to figure out, I remember him saying, why did you do it? You know what I mean? And I think Big G's email, he was the only one in there with me with Shaquem. And I'm feeling uncomfortable because I'm looking at Shaquem. Shaquem was family, so I know he's not going to put me in a situation that's detrimental for myself, you know, detrimental. So I'm looking at Shaquem, like, why do you bring Puffy with all his boys and security? He told me to come along, because, you know, G came with me, but I'm like, you know, why you bring me back here? And he's like, why did you do it? And I was like, you know why I done it? You know what I mean? We can't even listen. And I remember him saying something like, man, that's why I'm about to move to Europe. I'm tired of this mess. And then we just walked away. But I'm sure that's probably one of the reasons our careers didn't really go up, you know, because at that time, you know, people were still hating on us on the radio, and we felt blackballed at that particular time.
Well, you were there during the situation when Pac ran into Nas.
Yes, I was there.
Okay, and apparently you brought all your Jersey guys with you, like 30 guys who all had guns on.
Yes, we was deep, we were strapped.
And I remember you know, I saw an interview that Snoop did that we had on our channel that said, you know, Snoop against his own, and he said that like Pac had 100 guys with guns and Nas had 100 guys with guns, and it was a very tense situation.
Yes. Snoop was saying, like, pretty much from what he said, it wasn't accurate when he was like, like Nas gave Pac a pass. Like Snoop was that words was like, you know, I'm from the streets, I'm a gangbanger, so I seen that if Nas wanted to, he could have, you know, rolled on Pac, which was far from the truth, because, like I said, I was there with Jersey, all my homies was there.
Look at this shit in my goddamn.
We were strapped. And then you had Gaddafi and Fatal Boys was there, they were strapped. And then you had the Outlaws, then you had Death Row members there and the security there. Don't get me wrong, Nas was deep.
Man, come on, man. What's up, bro? Hello? See, I want 2K. How long you want to be? Alright, y'all hit you after the game.
JJ, stop.
Let me see it. Y'all was talking about your other feet.
See, that shit be pissing me out right now. Is that who said pad the ball?
That's my fault. That's me. That's my idea. I caught this nigga jumping too. That's me though.
Bless your feet.
big man will be alright. Dude.
Oh man. Hit the screen. Damn.
Man, I had already passed that motherfucker. Do it too right now.
Chill out, Squeak.
But we play by ourselves, look around.
All the time. All the time. Give me some ice cream.
You want some lemonade?
I don't know ice.
No ice in it.
I bet you.
Huh?
I don't know ice.
Oh, you want ice and liquor for that? Oh.
Squeak that shoe ball like that.
That shit stuffing.
Boy, that fucking defense though, boy. That goddamn defense, nigga. My niggas ain't going for that whole shit. Huh?
Why y'all violating, boy?
Cause they doo-doo, man. Bro, we done straight took off on these niggas, but.
Come here.
Oh, come on, man. Give me that shit. Man, come on.
Bring him back.
It's my fault. Damn, I'm gonna get that food in the dog. Put that shit in the bag.
What food?
That chicken shit.
In the kitchen?
Yeah.
What dog?
Pipe dog.
Did I tell you stop getting that goddamn dog that food?
Pipe already told me I can get on. Don't get no hot wing bone.
Hot wing bone? Ugh.
Man, I let them boys in and spit no ass whooping on them like you.
Chill out. My supervisor just called me. He don't want shit. Bitch, don't call my phone, bitch. You don't want shit.
Nas was deep. I think if it would have went down, it probably would have been a bloodbath. It would have been an unfortunate situation. But I appreciate the way Nas and Pac handled it. You know what I mean? I think that's something that And that should go down in the history of hip hop, that two generals was able to show the rest of the people how to confront a situation manly, talk it out.
Tulsa was a good example of just what for so long. We're talking about 35 blocks of the community gone in less than 24 hours. It was a vibrant, bustling community before the massacre. What made black was segregation. So by continually pumping their own money in their communities, they grew their community. And there were a lot of white people. Most of the experts I've spoken to have a consensus that there was a man, his name was Dick Rowland. He was accused of assaulting a 17-year-old white woman in an elevator. For whatever reason, at some point, and he leaned or fell forward into this girl, who then screamed. The next thing you know, there are rumors that he assaulted Sarah Page. He was arrested and he was held in a jail in Tulsa. Most of the black people in Tulsa were oblivious to what was going on for a while. Except word of a lynch mob forming got back to them. At some point, a scuffle broke out between a white man and a black man. A shot was fired. We don't know who exactly fired that shot, but that essentially is how the Tulsa Race Massacre started. There were thousands of white people who wanted to either lynch somebody or wanted to cause harm and destruction to black people. There were theaters, there were hospitals, there were schools, there were convenience stores. So this was a community like any other, but it was also exceptional for the amount of money that was flowing in and out of it for that time, especially because it was a predominantly black community. There were people who lived in Tulsa, white and black, for decades, who had never heard of the Tulsa Race Massacre. And that is because after the massacre, there were deliberate efforts made to suppress the story.
Juneteenth
I ain't trying to
is a day
shoot
where African Americans celebrate the liberation from chattel slavery here in America, and we celebrate and we have a wonderful time. We were very disgusted by him choosing the day of Juneteenth. We felt it was very tone deaf and a blatant disregard for African American history. I commend him for changing the date. I commend him for listening to his African American friends, but I encourage him to listen to all African Americans, especially those of us who have been protesting in the streets.
What do we want? Peace! When do we want it? Now! Peace! We are peace! All lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter. The color of our skin.
Get out of that bathroom right now, cut that water off.
We're people.
There's a lot of awareness and attention being paid to the black experience in America. And the Tulsa Race Massacre is an example of what the black experience in America was like in 1921. The more people who know about this, the more awareness there is
Damn, bro, play the ball.
in this country. And the more incentive there is to make sure that it never happens again.
Get out, no.
I didn't go to Vegas to party.
Well, what'd you go there for? Gamble?
That's none of your business.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, it is my business.
have a lot to repent for.
They go out the bathroom, boy.
Who could blame Dalen McLee for hating the police? He was falsely accused of pointing a gun at an officer and spent a year in jail before a jury finally acquitted him, not to mention the countless traffic stops. What happens?
Don't close that door. Don't close it. Don't close that door.
How does it make you feel about police in general?
Definitely a lot of animosity, as in, you know, if I seen him, I wanted to go the other way.
That was the business brought to this street corner in Uniontown, Pennsylvania last month. Dalen says he rushed here after hearing a huge crash.
No, you got that damn sitting there and told him like about this fucking day.
I get chills when I think of it.
It was a bad traffic accident involving a police car.
Nah, don't climb that. I'm gonna get you.
Gas tank leaking, flames spreading toward the cabin. Another officer who responded to the crash tried to rescue his colleague.
Nah, don't cry.
The door open. And that's
don't
when a lone bystander stepped toward the burning wreckage. That bystander, Mr. Dalen McLee.
I don't know how I got that door open, and I grabbed him out. All of a sudden, the door just gets ripped open.
Jay Hanley is the officer Dalen rescued.
It's amazing when there's true love in people and they can get you out of something like that, no matter who you are or where you've come from. There should be more people like that.
And certainly, if there were more people like that, there'd be more moments like this.
Finally get to see you, man. Appreciate it. Good, man. God bless you, man. Thank you.
Last week, Dalen came over to check on Officer Hanley and meet his very thankful wife.
Yeah, she didn't die. He's a good man, I can tell.
That's the other thing they're grateful for. Despite all his run-ins with the law, Dalen still believes there are a lot of good cops worth keeping.
We'll wait for you to get back up. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
In times of rage, we often paint groups with a broad brush. But Dalen says at some point, you have to go back and fill in the fine lines.
Now, why are you doing all this stuff in the street? Why didn't I tell you that, man? With that daylight, baby, I'm
look at everybody as a man.
open that bathroom door.
He's black, he's Asian, we're people. And when we start realizing that, things should get better.
They should have hit me. Hello. Huh?
I told you not to close the door once you quickly. I said,
I'm alright. Nah. Him and her. You know, him and her like it was. I believe it was something I ate.
Hey, what do you?
Huh? I was looking for some. That was a picture. That was the dude. That the real boy had put on for.
What about about like you sit wrong?
How about the supervisor? My old supervisor don't call me. Old supervisor don't call. Lamont don't call me. Yeah. Lamont. I ain't on his phone. I seen it on my Facebook. Yeah, he still supervisor. I ain't pick up the phone. I ain't calling him back. I ain't even gonna look at the message.
Nah, give him the key.
No, I ain't going to stand no folk. I got a job. Unemployment every week. I'm maxing my unemployment out. I ain't going back to work till they cut it off. Till they say, hey, you got it. Hey. When they give me everything they got. Whenever my unemployment ran out, I consider going back to work then. If it would more. Pike said they started him out with 14.